I am Princess Diana, emissary of Themyscira. You are not welcome here. Surrender and you will be given safe passage back to your world.
No mistake. I am Sailor Moon! And I am the champion of justice! On behalf of the moon! I shall right wrongs and triumph over evil, and that means you!
Welcome to Character Compare, where we take two characters and simply judge them to see who's better. Today we have two of the greatest heroines ever created, the champion of Themyscira, Wonder Woman, versus the leader of the Sailor Scouts, Sailor Moon. As usual, this will be a best of 3 out of 5 categories: design, personality, abilities, accomplishments, and of course, the overall fame of the characters. But first we gotta get a little background on each character. Wonder Woman was created by William Marston back in 1941, and originally intended for her to be, and I quote, tender, submissive, peace-loving, as all good women are, combining all the strength of Superman, plus all the allure of a good and beautiful woman. Sounds a little sexist to me, but it was the 40s. Wonder Woman is the most famous female comic book character to date, being an essential member of the Justice League, as well as having her very own successful comic series. Wonder Woman easily breaks into everyone's top 10 superheroes list. Sailor Moon was created by Naoko Takeuchi, and was based around one of Naoko's earlier works called Sailor V. When Naoko was approached to making a Sailor V anime, she opted to change the format, changing Sailor V into just one member of a team of Sailor Scouts. With Sailor Moon as the leader, it was an immediate hit, almost single-handedly revitalizing both the magical girl and the Super Sentai genre of manga and anime. To this day, Sailor Moon is one of the most successful and notable franchises to come from Japan. Currently, Sailor Moon is looking to get a new anime premiering this summer. Things to note: when I talk about Sailor Moon, I will be using the English terms, such as calling Sailor Moon's secret identity Serena as opposed to Usagi. It's just easier for me that way. And I will take far more information from the manga or the comic book series as opposed to their animated forms. Round 1. Design. Sailor Moon's most iconic outfit is her first form. Yes, this character has multiple forms. It highly resembles a Japanese schoolgirl uniform, with a big ribbon on her breasts and down by her butt. She also has this weird hair bun thing that is just really weird to me. Then there's Wonder Woman, who's pretty much just wearing an American flag as a swimsuit, with bracelets and hooker boots.
Look, I've seen showgirls with more modesty than this so-called Wonder Woman.
Yeah, needless to say, there's a reason I've put off comparing females. Their designs are made to appeal to men. Short skirts and large breasts, plenty of curves, lots of leg. Not exactly a Rosie the Riveter. But who do I like most? Like I said, Sailor Moon's hair thing is really odd to me, and I personally see a lot more iconicness to Wonder Woman. First round goes to Wonder Woman.
Thanks. Don't mention it.
Round 2. Personality. Serena loves gossiping, playing video games, reading comic books, daydreaming, and of course eating. If it weren't for her whining, she'd be the perfect girl for me. Which is just it. She is a huge whiner. Literally, every episode within the first season has her complaining about something at some point. She gets better later on, but just barely. Just for kicks, I'm gonna play each time Sailor Moon cries or whines in the course of the first episode of Sailor Moon.
I'm so sleepy. Why can't today be Saturday? Thing? You don't get it, Molly. If my mom finds out I flunked that test, she'll ground me and cut my allowance, and I won't get to play the new Sailor V game. Hey. Maybe what? We're going? How can I show her this thing? What am I going to do? Mother, no! Please, it's too late in the afternoon to study. It's bad for the brain. Part again. I want to play Sailor V video games. I don't want to live them. want to play this game anymore. I want to go home!
That's 9 times in the course of one episode. That's 8 times too many for me. She can often come off as unintelligent, hell, even downright stupid. But this can be more due to the fact that she's lazy and somewhat unmotivated to apply herself within the context of school. Diana's not without flaws either. She can be very aggressive whether in battle or in just day-to-day conversations. But I would be too if I was the best of the best from a warrior-based society. She's headstrong, self-assured, and decisive. All the makings of a great leader. However, it is due to these characteristics that she can become frustrated very easily, and once in a while will find it hard to take orders. She also doesn't trust very easily. This is again due to her warrior background. And unlike most of the other members of the Justice League, she's willing to take a life if she has to. So on one hand, we have a whiny, lazy, stereotypical teenage girl, who is somewhat unworthy of her powers. While on the other hand, we have a headstrong warrior princess who can make a perfect leader. Once again, I have to give this to Wonder Woman. I find her character more endearing and far more believable within the context of her universe.
Congratulations! You are the winner and most able Amazon of Paradise Island.
Thank you, Mother.
Diana!
Round 3. Abilities. Starting out, Diana is only gifted with superior hand-to-hand and weapon skills. Then, through different blessings from different gods, she's gained the abilities we commonly associate with Wonder Woman. Demeter blessed her with super strength, Hermes gave her speed as well as flight, Athena gave her divine wisdom, which aids in her tactical abilities, as well as makes her capable of learning assorted information far faster than normal people. Aphrodite gave her beauty. I know it's not really superpower, but it's all Aphrodite really has to offer. And no one specifically gave her this power, but she does have a healing factor of some sort. She also has a lot of assorted weapons to aid her. The ones we commonly associate with her is the Lasso of Truth, the Gauntlets of Atlas, or the Bracelets of Victory. It kind of depends on what version of Wonder Woman you read. She has a magical sword, the Sandals of Hermes. With all of her powers and skills, she is one of the few who can fight on par with Superman. Sailor Moon is a character whose attacks are derived from her different transformations, as well as her accessories. By the end of the original manga, Sailor Moon has 3 specific forms. Sailor Moon being the weakest, Super Sailor Moon being the next, and Eternal Sailor Moon is the final form. Each form learns new skills, but the later forms are capable of performing the moves from the previous transformations. So, in the base Sailor Moon form, she can perform the Sailor Moon Kick, the Moon Twilight Flash, the Moon Frisbee, Moon Healing Escalation, Moon Princess Halation, Moon Spiral Heart Attack, and Supersonic Waves, which is literally just her crying. She just makes me love her more and more every second. At Super Sailor Moon, she learns the Rainbow Moon Heartache and the Moon Gorgeous Meditation. And then Eternal Sailor Moon knows Silver Moon Crystal Power, and as if the names couldn't get any worse, there's Silver Moon Crystal Power Therapy Kiss, and the Starlight Honeymoon Therapy Kiss. On top of all that, she also has a pen that can transform her into anything she wants. Sailor Moon's powers and attacks are all dependent on her accessories for the most part. There's even an episode in which the Sailor Scouts Saturn and Pluto become powerless due to their weapons being broken by an attack. That's a huge weakness if ever I'd heard one. However, I have heard that by the end of the series, in her most basic form, she can single-handedly stop the equivalent of a nuclear bomb exploding. And she apparently has some sort of regenerating power I never knew of. I normally don't look at these in terms of who would win in a fight, but this time I decided to look up forums regarding the matter. And the general consensus is that Sailor Moon has more powerful abilities to assist her. While Wonder Woman may be a more capable fighter, Sailor Moon is a more powerful one. Round 3 goes to Sailor Moon.
You have done well, Sailor Moon, and now Molly's mother and all the other women are free. Others will test you. Do not be afraid. I will fight with you.
Round 4. Accomplishments. Wonder Woman is one of the few to survive the wrath of the gods, even killing the likes of Ares. As such, she has been asked on many occasions to join them on Mount Olympus, which she has continually declined. While teamed up with the Justice League, she has assisted in taking down world conquerors such as Brainiac or Darkseid. Sailor Moon has the pleasure of defeating many opponents who would actually fall in a god tier much like Ares. Hell, some are even based off Japanese deities. Defeating the likes of Queen Metalia, the Black Moon Clan, and Sailor Galaxia, each of which for the most part are just out to get revenge against the Sailor Scouts. It's a complicated thing I don't really want to get into, but it's essentially like reincarnation. For the most part, I would say that they are even, except that Sailor Moon's villains are far more powerful than Wonder Woman's. Sure, Sailor Moon needs the help of her team far more than Wonder Woman does, but Sailor Moon still handles the big boss in the end. While I appreciate Wonder Woman's feats, I'd say just by pure scale, Sailor Moon's villains outweigh Wonder Woman's. Round 4 will go to Sailor Moon.
I can't believe this! I totally can't believe this!
Wonder Woman is the world's most famous female superhero. That's not even an exaggeration. That's just pure fact. Her popularity has put her on par with the likes of Iron Man, Wolverine, and the Green Lanterns. Not quite as big as Spider-Man, Batman, or Superman, but she's still really up there. Sailor Moon really hit its stride during the mid-90s. Hell, Sailor Moon was one of the first big hits in the world of anime. She has stage musicals, video games, and so much merchandise. Her series is used as a template for many notable shows to follow, such as Card Captors or Power Rangers. And here's the thing. Sailor Moon is no longer considered to be very popular in America. Neither the anime or the mangas are held in great regards here anymore. But in Japan, she still has a very large fan base. All that being said, Wonder Woman isn't that popular internationally either. And due to her comics' close ties to the American culture, it may never be. Sure, Sailor Moon may have hit her peak in the 90s, but at least she was big everywhere as opposed to her country of origin. And hell, with her new anime coming out this summer, she may be back on top again. Sailor Moon has been able to break those cultural binds that Wonder Woman just can't due to her nature. Sailor Moon has been able to be a hit on almost every continent, while Wonder Woman has really just stayed in America and maybe a little in Europe, but she has not even come close to being as big a success as Sailor Moon was at one point. The winner of this character compare is Sailor Moon. Like what you see? Remember to write in the comments who you would like to see me compare next. Characters from your favorite cartoons, comic books, and video games coming up against each other. See you next time on Character Compare.
Okay, thanks.
I'm not really waiting around here to take a bath, you know.
Well, then what are you waiting for? Is something wrong?
Nah, just playing a practical joke on her.
It can't be! I don't weigh 300 pounds! Mama, I broke the bathroom
A lot of times when we're not thinking about what we're doing, we put things in our mouths and chew on them. It's a habit almost everybody has. And it's a very bad one. Lots of things around the house and yard that kids put in their mouths and nibble on can make them very sick. Plastics and styrofoam are especially dangerous, so remember, they're not for chewing. Pass this tip on to your friends, too.